Welcome to Cryptids Comedians, the show where two stand-up comedians talk about mythical creatures, legendary monsters, and fabled beasts, the same way we talk about that one joke that whenever we tell it, every woman in the club thinks, I can fix him. And then the groupies come a-rolling in. I'm Thom Tran with my co-host Peter Murphy.
Hey everybody, that's every joke for me.
Is it every joke?
Yeah, every joke, man. Every joke. It's every
joke
elicits,
women are just falling in love with you.
They're just like, hey, I can fix him.
I can fix this.
Just with just a few small improvements. You never know.
Well, every week we talk about a different cryptid, and I tell Peter about the history, lore, culture, significance, pop culture references, and I show him any evidence, if there is any, and he tells me I'm wrong. However, as we established a few months ago, this show is growing beyond the realm of just cryptids in the dictionary definition sense of the word, and will from time to time include creatures of myth and legend, hence the thing that I say at the top of every episode. So before anybody gets their keyboard panties in a bunch and starts typing, well, actually, your topic isn't a cryptid. Yeah, I know. It's just the name of the show. So anyway, Peter, as always, for people who are here for the first time or just don't know, will you tell us what a cryptid is?
Yeah, you kind of need to know this information going into the podcast. I'm glad we get to address it off the top. A cryptid is it's a building that is built on a corner, not on a corner of an avenue or a street, but like it's built not perpendicularly with the other buildings. So like, you'll have Avenue A and Street B, and all the buildings will sort of face one way. But a cryptid is a building that's maybe diagonal, or that has a corner of the building facing the street where the face of the other buildings are.
I have no idea what you just said right there. It was just a jumble of words.
Yeah, no.
Normally I can imagine what you're saying.
But picture, it's a street, and all the buildings are face forward. A cryptid is a building when the building is built diagonally, so you have a corner is facing the street, right?
I still can't even place it, but that's fine. That's fine, because you're wrong in any case. Regardless, you are incorrect. A cryptid is a creature or animal that is rumored to exist, but there's never been any scientific or hard evidence to prove that it actually exists. And this week, in honor of my birth month and the mandatory Hallmark holiday that comes with it, we are going to whore ourselves to the internet search engine optimization in hopes of getting more listeners and viewers. We are going to talk about the god of love.
Oh no.
And the reason chocolates cost $24.99 for a box of 6 candies. I was unsure if we should do this, considering
I love love, man. I love love.
But this week we are talking about Cupid.
Hey,
Peter,
Cupid.
What do you know about Cupid?
Cupid, he's a cherub. Cherub?
A cherub?
A cherub, yeah.
A cherub.
A cherub.
Like a Tony Cherub?
Tony Cherub, yeah. In Monk. He's like Tony Cherub in Monk. And they, she, they, however they identify, they shoot little love arrows into people, and they pair everyone up. And they're very popular on Valentine's Day cards.
Okay, so that's kind of the basics. Very, very basic understanding. And I feel like that's what a lot of people have when it comes to a topic like this.
Yeah.
Which is why this show exists.
That's right.
So we can tell people a little more about these things, because I'm learning stuff all the time when I'm researching this show.
Listen, if you think you know everything, you're a fool.
Yeah. So let's start with who is Cupid. He's small. He's winged. He's naked for no reason sometimes, and nobody ever really explains that. And he is personally responsible for most bad romantic decisions in human history. So today we are talking about Cupid, the Roman god of love, desire, and this feels like a good idea at the time, and it wasn't. At the most basic level, Cupid is the Roman and Greek god of love, desire, and attraction, but not love in like the warm Hallmark card sense, more like a sudden, overwhelming feeling of like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I have to do this.
Yeah.
So basically, like a night of Red Bull and vodka in the early 2000s.
Nothing like a little fat kid to just, floating around to just pair people up.
But that's the thing. A lot of people assume that, the translation of Cupid has become this cherub, this fat cherub baby.
Oh.
But the name Cupid actually comes from the Latin word cupido, which
Right.
literally means desire or longing, which seems lazy. It's like when white people try to make words Spanish by adding an O to it.
Cupido. That's like actually two things. A Cupido is a cute torpedo, small torpedo, and it's the name of a size of sub that you can get at Quiznos.
Okay, all right.
Cupido.
Oh, that is
They just-
adorable.
And they just like throw it into your mouth.
Right. So the branding right out of the gate is very honest.
Great.
Now, if you're more familiar with the Greek mythology, Cupid has a counterpart
Oh.
in mythology known as Eros.
Okay.
Same job, same chaos, different language. And all of the stories about Cupid and Eros, they basically mirror each other except with different names, because the Romans and the Greeks, they're like, oh, we believe the same thing, but we're going to name things differently.
We have Cupid. You have Eros.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that kind of thing.
Is Eros in the Arrowverse?
No, he's not.
How
in
would
the
he
Arrowverse.
compete against Green
But
Arrow?
he is in the supernatural verse.
Oh, in your mind, who's got a better shot? Eros, Cupid, or Green Arrow? Or Bullseye?
Who has a better shot or who has a more lethal shot?
Whoa, the most lethal shot.
I think it's Cupid.
Cupid that has the most lethal shot?
Once I tell you some of the stories about Cupid, yeah.
Okay.
So different names, same job, different language. Visually, Cupid is almost always depicted as a small boy or a baby, and usually with wings, carrying a bow and arrow, and usually wearing absolutely nothing, which is already a lot to unpack. But also, did you know that how difficult it was to get artwork for this episode? Like, I got to censor everything. Every photo
Right.
that I got, I had to censor because I was going to get a copyright of strike of some kind.
Oh, really?
And then, like, I was going to actually put an icon above, his little booty there, and over his little hoo-hoo right there.
Right.
And as for fun, because it was funny to me, I was going to put a little heart icon.
Yeah.
Right above that. Because it's Valentine's Day. It makes sense, right?
Why not?
Yeah. Unless you're a freak or on the Epstein list,
Oh, boy.
because then you're like, why is there a heart over his little hoo-ha? That's how people on the internet think. So I got to think above that.
You got to think past them.
I got to think past them, and I just put where it just says Cupid.
Cupid.
It just says Cupid. Also, I tried to get ChatGPT to create some images for this episode, and it literally said, "We're so sorry, but the image we created may violate our safeguards around nudity, sexuality, or erotic content.
Oh.
If you think we got it wrong, please retry or edit your prompt."
Yeah.
So even ChatGPT was like, "Hey, I can't create an image for you without being, possibly violating some internet safety rules."
Yeah. Cupid has to be naked? Is that because your what you input was just like, Cupid?
Yeah, I literally just said, I need some artwork of Cupid in a 1920 by 1810 aspect ratio.
Yeah.
That's all I said.
You didn't say naked Cupid. You
Nope.
just said Cupid.
Nope. And according to the internet, I was like, no, this is going to be some sort of naked baby, and that'll get all of us on the list. So I did not. But the key thing to understand is this. Cupid's arrows control attraction. If he shoots you, you fall in love. Not gradually, not thoughtfully, immediately, and uncontrollably. That's the thing about Cupid and his arrows. And he does not do a compatibility check. Cupid does not read your emotional history. Cupid does not care if things end badly. He fires and then he moves on. Set it and forget it, which is pretty goddamn irresponsible if you ask me. Just firing love arrows at people. That's how we get Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Oh, boy.
That's how we get Britney Spears and Kevin Federline. Pete Davidson and
Insert name here.
Pretty much anyone. Pretty much anyone. So that's Cupid's deal. Let's get into the...
And and for me that makes sense because like now that I know that there's Eros or the arrow guy, it's like that is an adult decision. So if you're at home, you can break this. For me, moving forward past this episode, I'm gonna break it down. Like, is this attraction being guided by Cupid or is it being guided by who's the other guy?
Eros, same person.
Eros,
same person.
Same person, but like I feel like Cupid as a naked baby is less thoughtful than Eros, an adult naked person, right?
Well, it turns out Cupid / Eros is also Eros is also kind of a dick and kind of vengeful. And that's what some of the legends are about. So to really understand Cupid, we have to rewind way back before he was a chubby little baby on Valentine's Day cards. Eros was love as a cosmic force. In early Greek mythology, Eros, as he was called, wasn't cute. He was kind of ripped, actually. He was like jacked. He was a primordial force, sometimes listed alongside chaos and Gaia.
We're in a toga. We're in a
toga. So initially he was listed as, alongside chaos and Gaia. So even then, the ancient Greeks were like, love only leads to chaos.
Oh man, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't really care who he's putting together. He's just doing it for his own amusement.
And sometimes he does it spitefully.
Have you ever set up two friends that like you knew weren't going to go well?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've never done that. But like also none of my friends that aren't comedians want to date comedians. And that's smart.
I have intentionally set up two people who I knew would not go well together.
So you pulled like a Cupid thing. And then how long were they together? How long did that last?
Oh, it was 3 months of utter chaos. And it was the greatest thing. Like, I hated both of these people.
It was like a reality show, but just for you.
I didn't like either of these people as people. Like, I didn't like their souls. I didn't like their faces. I didn't like anything about them. And they were like, and I had to be, cordial to them in a professional situation. Like, they're not people I hung out with.
Right.
And they were comedians. And they had made mention to me that they were into each other. And like in my head, I was like, this would be a monster movie.
You're like, I'll introduce you, but I'm not. You knew full well what was about to happen.
Oh, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
And it was a tumultuous 3 months.
It was chaos incarnate.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was amazing. Amazing.
I loved it.
One of my favorite things. So Eros represented attraction himself. And as I mentioned, kind of ripped, kind of jacked. It was the force that pulls things together and makes creation possible. So in other words, love wasn't a feeling, it was more like physics. As Greek mythology evolved, Eros became more human-like, still powerful, still dangerous, it was just easier to put in a painting like this. And he was, of course, played by Harry Styles.
Oh.
Star Fox.
Classic.
Eros in the MCU. Showed up in about 30 seconds at the end of The Eternals.
Oh, okay.
And then that movie bombed, and we shan't hear anything of it again.
Nothing happened. Sorry, Kamal.
So, yeah. Kamal got ripped for that, too.
Yeah, I did.
So as Greek mythology evolved, Eros became more human-like, still quite powerful, still dangerous. He was just easier to put in a painting. And then there was the Roman makeover. When Romans adopted Greek mythology, they renamed Eros as Cupid. And this is where things shift, because Cupid became smaller, younger, more mischievous, and somehow more dangerous, because now love isn't just powerful, it's impulsive. It's Cupid's weapon of choice. And the arrows were the real problem. Did you know Cupid doesn't have just arrows? He has different kind of arrows.
What? Oh, really?
You didn't know that?
Like how the Penguin has, in Batman, has different types of umbrellas?
Yes, but I'd be more apt to analogizing him to Hawkeye, who has different kind of arrows. He has like trig arrows and things like that.
That makes sense.
He has 2 arrows specifically. He has a gold-tipped arrow, which causes intense attraction, obsession, passion, immediate emotional chaos.
Oh boy.
So like a shot of Jaeger backstage at a Limp Bizkit concert. And then he has the lead-tipped arrow. Did you know about these?
Whoa. Will that poison you?
It causes rejection, aversion, and a complete lack of interest.
Oh my gosh.
So Cupid doesn't just make people fall in love. He decides who absolutely does not fall in love, which, again, kind of a dick move and dangerous. And we'll get into why in a second. Wow. And put a pin in this part because it's going to be very important in just a minute.
Okay.
Cupid also does not discriminate between mortals and gods. And when gods get hit, it's a thing. Did you know Zeus, you know how he had just millions of affairs? He was constantly just knocking up mortal women.
Sure. Oh, right.
Did you know that
Cupid got to him?
Yeah.
What?
He's the reason for most of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Cupid's a scapegoat.
Really?
I don't know. I'd blame Cupid too if I was Zeus. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's just like full of it. He's just like, oh, that Cupid got to me again. It's like, no, you're acting on.
Good point.
You're acting on your own.
Good point.
But I didn't. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize Zeus had so many affairs. When I imagine him, he's got like lightning in his hand and like surrounded by.
No, he was a root rat. He was.
Oh, really?
He was just knocking up mortal women left and right, pissing off his wife.
Isn't that how? Oh yeah, well, that's yeah. Does he has descendants? Doesn't he, Zeus? Or in mythology, I think.
Yeah. Like Hercules is one of
that's
his
what I
kids.
was saying. Yes,
Yeah.
Hercules.
He's a demigod. Hercules is demigod.
Talk about other MCU and end credit scenes that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Hercules. Dang.
Yeah.
Poor Brett Goldstein.
Yep.
Son of a gun.
So one of the most famous examples of Cupid getting involved with the gods in their love life is Apollo, who made fun of Cupid. He basically said, hey, dude, bows are for real gods. And Cupid,
big mistake,
kind of pissed off, and also, again, kind of a dick. He responds by shooting Apollo with a gold arrow and making him fall madly in love with a nymph named Daphne.
Oh.
Here's the thing. He shoots Daphne with a lead arrow. Now, what do the lead arrows do?
Yeah. They like make you turned off by that person.
Exactly. So now you have a god who is in love with a nymph and a nymph who wants nothing to do with the god. Apollo becomes completely obsessed with her. Daphne wants nothing to do with him. Chaos ensues, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Oh man. Yeah, and just for his enjoyment. And
well, it wasn't so much of an enjoyment. It was he got slighted and he got pissed off. Apollo should have known better.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, dude, you're not a real god.
It's a punishment. Yeah.
It's a punishment.
You got to be careful who you slight. Oh boy, that stinks.
So eventually Daphne escapes by being turned into a tree.
Whoa.
Yeah. And the story exists solely because Cupid got offended. That's it. So she got herself turned into a tree to get away from the affections of Apollo. What have you done? What's the craziest thing you've done to get away from a woman's unwanted advances?
I've told him, like, hey, I think we should just be friends.
That is not.
That's
outrageous.
not crazy.
Yeah, that's basic bitch.
I tried to save a friend once. I don't know if I told you this, but I tried to save a friend once. He was like, Peter, I'm dating this girl. They were dating long distance. And it's like, Peter, I'm dating this girl. We've been dating for a while. I think she's cheating on me. And she was coming to visit that weekend. I was like, we'll find out. And that weekend, this is how good of a friend I am. I decided that, or we decided, her and I decided we were going to sleep together. And for the sake of my friend, I had sex with his girlfriend to prove to him
that she's
definitely cheating. Yeah. And
wow,
confirmed cheating. I mean, obviously, yeah, if you're in Florida and she's in Ohio, she's probably cheating on you if she's going to cheat on you with me.
Yeah.
And you're like 2 rooms away.
You're a good friend.
Thanks. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I thought that made me a great friend and, someone to rely on, but he seemed to not love that about me. And he stayed together with that girl for a while.
Now, did you consult your friend on this plan or just the girl? Was this like a kind of a black ops situation? Like, listen, I'm going to figure this out.
I was working on my own as like a Leroy Jenkins type.
Leroy Jenkins.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go in there, blow some stuff up, then, do the debrief. And the debrief didn't go well. The debrief, in fact, was a little messier than the explosions themselves.
I can imagine. I can't.
I've never like faked a death or anything. And like, you know what? I'm against ghosting. But like, I'm against ghosting. We shouldn't be ghosting people. Like, can't be ghosting any people anymore. Just
so what would be the optimal situation? Like if a woman was advancing on you and you want nothing to do with it, what would you do?
I'd be like, oh, I should hook you up with this guy. Like introduce a different person for their direction. Okay. Or just be like, hey, I see us as friends. All right. Or one time, this girl she did stand me up for a date. This was like in 2017. She stood me up for a date and she was very late. She was like, hey, I'm gonna be 30 minutes late. Sorry about that. I go, okay, no problem. Then she goes, hey, I can't make it. I'm sorry. And I go, all right, don't worry about it. I can't wait to see you next time. I bought us a fidget spinner that we can share because I'm in love with you. And I had never met this girl. And I was like, oh, well, surely this will keep her from ever texting me again. And then we ended up dating for a few months and then she cheated on me, which sucked. But
was it with your roommate?
It was with Father John Misty, who not a lot of people know for some reason, but he's a singer-songwriter. Okay. He's not religious. He just goes by the name Father John Misty.
Okay.
And that's it. And then we're friends now, sort of. I haven't talked to her in 3-4 months.
I like how you just called him out.
Yeah, I mean, I you know what? I don't know. I don't think he was trying to do anything malicious, and he didn't know me. Right. But yeah, hey, that's his reputation anyhow. He's like, yeah, that's his reputation.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
No, it all worked out. Okay. It all works out in the end, I guess,
I don't think I've ever done anything outrageous to get a woman to leave me alone. I mean, I'm pretty upfront. I'm just like, hey, listen, this is not gonna work.
That's a good point. I think and that it's goes best to be direct. The best way for me, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, the best way to get a woman uninterested in me is for us to just decide to have sex.
Okay. All right. There's a lot. Did I ever tell you about the craziest breakup? This is my craziest breakup.
What happened?
I was dating this girl. Mm-hmm. We worked at a bar together. You know how sometimes you meet the wrong person?
Tale as old as time.
I asked out literally the wrong girl. I thought she was a different girl.
What?
But she said yes.
Oh my God.
Like, okay, fine. She was cute. She was fun. Whatever. And then a couple, 3 weeks into it, this didn't last very long. And we worked together. So it was, hard. I was like, all right, I can't do this. This is not
right.
Thing. So I was DJing at this bar. And I would DJ between this live musician named Thom. Should I say his name?
Tran.
Fuck it. No. Tom Sartori.
Sure. Fake name.
So totally fake. So Tom would play, and then in between his sets, I would DJ, right?
Yeah.
And it was this time where they had like wireless headphones, and I'd like walk around the bar and I'd pour drinks, and I had this wireless headphone system on my talk, whatever. And I finished DJing. Tom goes back up to play another set, and I said to the girl, I'm like, hey, can we? I'm going to walk you out to your car because she was leaving. And I take off my headphone. Tom starts playing microphone. Thom starts playing. Then I walk her outside. And I'm like, hey, I like you. You're great. You're fun. This is just not working out. This isn't, I'd just like us to be friends. And she's like, oh my God, I feel the same way. You're really great person. It was very cordial.
Nice.
And then that's it. I give her a little kiss. She leaves. And I walk back into the bar. And as I walk in, the entire bar starts clapping. And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, hey, dickhead, you didn't turn your microphone off.
No.
And my microphone was just like hanging around my neck.
Oh my God. Oh
So,
no, Thom.
200 people heard me break up with this girl.
Oh no.
Including her brother, who was a bar back at the bar.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did she recover from that? How did you recover from that? What was your reaction immediately?
Well, luckily, during the breakup, she said, you're great and you have a huge dick, and I love that about you.
Sure.
And,
Classic.
I didn't leave alone that night.
Gosh.
That had to be like the worst breakup.
The biggest play would be to, if someone's interested in you and you're not interested in them, is like just kind of give them the ick by nonstop texting, like 30 text messages in a row.
But
voice
what if
memo.
she's into that? I know girls that are into that, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's no, because like everything has been done and said. It's like, oh, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Those classics.
The craziest breakup thing I've heard of was I knew this guy, and he was dating this woman who was a bitch.
Oh boy.
No one liked her.
Oof. Did he like her?
Yeah, for a while. They were together a long time.
Oh boy.
And just everybody's like, she's a bitch. And it finally, he was finally like, yeah, she kind of is a bitch. But they lived together.
Oh no.
So he told her he was gay. Not only that, because they were still living together, and it was like economically not feasible for them to like move out.
Oh no.
He went through with it.
Oh my God.
Had a boyfriend.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Because he,
It's like, hey, you bring a guy around. Hey, this is my
the
boyfriend.
dude,
Here's
would
the evidence.
come over,
Oh no.
and then like eventually like she moved on, and then like a while later I saw him and I was like, hey, are you and your boyfriend still together?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, I'm not really gay. I never was. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, I just said that to get out of the relationship with her.
Oh my
And I
God.
was like, but you had a boyfriend. Like I saw you guys
Right.
not
Some of that.
together, but like, doing boyfriend stuff. He's like, yeah, that was just I was like, I think that makes you gay now.
That's so weird. That's so unnecessary. You know what? Men will do anything but go to therapy. Honestly. I had a friend in college that would introduce himself to women and say, "Oh, hey, I'm gay," and that would be his way of like flirting with them, like disarming them in like a non-genuine way of like, "Oh, I'm not a threat romantically."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's
Gross.
you're using your intelligence for bad, not good. You're using the cleverness within you for evil."
Right.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of which,
flip a coin.
Let's talk about what Cupid wanted.
Ooh.
So there's a story about Cupid and his mother Venus. His
Oh.
mother Venus, which was the goddess of love. Cupid's usually described as the son of Venus. So he was literally created by love. So love created love, and immediately lost control of it. So here's the thing. Venus usually tried to have Cupid manipulate relationships with his arrows,
Oh.
in the way of like firing the golden ones and, some people and getting people to fall in love. Whatever.
Yeah.
This, however, backfired over and over again, and chaos would ensue. So, like I said, love and chaos, they go hand in hand. So there's a story of Cupid and Psyche. Do you know this story?
No.
Okay, so this is the most important Cupid myth. It's the one that gives him like depth as a character.
Okay.
Psyche was a mortal woman. She was so beautiful that people started worshiping her instead of Venus, who was an actual god. Understandably, this pissed off Venus. She was furious. So she sends Cupid to make Psyche fall in love with someone horrible, like an Islanders fan. Instead, Cupid scratches himself with his own arrow because Psyche is so beautiful, and then he falls in love with Psyche.
Oh, no.
Now, depending on the Greek or Roman version of the story, Psyche is talked into going into hiding in like an enchanted hideaway, I guess.
Okay.
And she then marries an unknown and unseen husband.
Oh.
Yeah. That husband happens to be Cupid.
What?
He has like a cloak of invisibility, and he says he only visits her at night, and he forbids her to look upon him.
Whoa.
And he says, you can't look upon my face.
That's even more like conniving than the gay thing that I mentioned.
Yes.
That's even more. Yeah.
And this is because he says that gods and mortals can't be in love with each other. They just wouldn't work out.
Really?
And Psyche is somehow cool with this for a while. And they continue to be together biblically.
Some of the romances I've had have been pretty biblical, bud. Let me tell you what.
Which book of the Bible was it? Deuteronomy? Because that always sounded like a dirty book to me.
Yeah. Deuteronomy, all right.
Yeah.
Dude, heronomy. No, more like what's the one at the end? Exit. No.
Revelations?
Yeah, Revelations. But it always starts off in Genesis. Yeah.
Well, eventually curiosity wins. She one night waits for him to fall asleep, and she uses the light from an oil lamp to look at him. And then she's startled by the fact that her husband is Cupid.
She recognizes him immediately.
Yes.
Wow.
And she spills some of the lamp oil on him. And obviously this wakes him up. And he is pissed. So he leaves because he said, you can't look at me. Can't look at me. That's all. So what follows is a series of impossible trials that Venus set for Psyche. She made her sort a pile of, like a massive pile of grain. She told her to go get golden fleece from these giant sheep that were constantly pissed off.
Okay.
She even made her travel into the underworld. Psyche does all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, Zeus grants her immortality. And Cupid and Psyche reunite. And for once, love doesn't end in disaster. But it's still really sketchy. It's
yeah, I don't love his mean, like the ends justify the means, maybe for him, but I don't love that. Yeah. I wouldn't, if I were but either of their friends, I'd be like, this is not cool. Is that them there?
Yeah.
That's Kate Winslet and Timothy Chalamet.
Okay.
Yes. That's what it looks like.
That's what that looks like?
That's who would be playing them in the movie. Oh man, what a bummer. Well, you know what? I guess I'm happy for him.
Okay.
In the end, And you know what? Shouldn't Cupid, as mischievous as he is, he deserves love, little guy.
So symbolically, Cupid represents desire without logic.
Ooh.
Just falling madly head over heels in love with someone. Love's ability to override reason, emotional vulnerability. Sometimes Cupid is shown blindfolded, which is where we get the phrase love is blind.
Oh.
So we have Cupid to blame for all those terrible reality shows. And it's not poetry. It's a warning. Like, hey, be careful. Like, think before you do that person.
Think before you do that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, don't act impulsively. You never know what's going to happen.
And over time, Cupid loses his edge. In literary works like Ovid's Metamorphoses, I believe that's how it's pronounced, he's still powerful and petty. And in medieval poetry, he becomes more of a symbol for romantic suffering. Shakespeare references Cupid all the time, usually is something you don't want to get involved in. You know, a love in your life you don't want anything to do with. Renaissance painters love Cupid. He's usually shown hovering nearby while lovers make terrible decisions. Or he's basically a floating reminder that none of this was planned.
So Cupid is basically like a bad, if you say like, oh, I was struck by Cupid's arrow, that's like, I was inconveniently in love with this person.
Yes. It means you fell for someone without thinking about the repercussions of what could happen.
Oh man. Yeah. Like all true love.
Yes. Yeah. And how does that work out most of the time?
Yeah. Well, great.
So Cupid often shows up in TV and film, obviously, like in the 1940 Disney film Fantasia.
Ooh.
These Cupid-like cherubs appear in the Pastoral Symphony segment. They establish the Disneyfied Cupid aesthetic, chubby, harmless, actively matchmaking. This movie quietly locked in how America visualizes Cupid forever.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if you know this, but there was a time where Carl Urban shows up as Cupid in Xena, Warrior Princess.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
That's really cool.
When I saw this, I was like, wait, is that Carl Urban with blonde hair?
What else do I know Carl Urban from?
Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Wow.
The Boys.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Dread.
Wow. Holy cow. Yeah, Xena. I mean, great show. Great show. A lot of interesting guest stars on that one.
Yeah. Xena Warrior Princess was one of those shows that, like, it didn't make a lot of careers, but like a lot of people showed up in that show.
Yeah.
In their younger career.
With blonde hair.
Crazy
blonde hair.
Carl Urban with your blonde hair.
That's crazy blonde hair right there. Not committing with the eyebrows, but yeah, with the blonde hair for sure. That was a time.
Yeah, that was a decision.
That was the time. The decision that was a time. Was this on UPN? It was very UPN.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. What was that channel? Yeah, it's probably UPN.
Well, UPN or something like that. WB, CW, one of those situations.
One of those.
Oh man, how cool! Well, live action Cupid, good for him.
There was also, Cupid shows up endlessly in cartoons like American Dad, and of course you have the typical representation of Cupid for Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
showing up to basically tell us, hey, spend money recklessly and love hard.
I love love.
Love hard.
Live hard, love hard.
Yeah.
That's the way. That's the only way to go. You're just taking it all and living life.
So that is Cupid, my friend.
Man, you know what? Cupid has to exist. Cupid for sure exists. There's some element out there that's putting these people together, especially at the rate in which people get divorced nowadays. I think it's over 50% in America.
It's just over 50. It's like 52%.
Cupid or somebody representing, some spirit representing Cupid definitely is alive. And do you remember that old, do you remember the sitcom Whitney with Whitney Cummings?
Vaguely.
Their tagline was 50% of all marriages end in sweatpants, which was all over the place in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, Cupid's real. He's out there. He's got other little Cupids and other little Tony Cherubs monking around.
That's what I'm calling from now on. Tony Cherubs.
Tony Cherubs. Yeah.
Anytime somebody asks me to describe Cupid, I'm going to be like, think about the show Monk.
Yeah.
And
but think of him as a little kid.
Yeah.
And he was like fat and cheruby.
Yeah.
Cherub is like a shape,
Okay.
It should be.
I dig it.
Cherub. Cherub is like a chunky round shape. A cherub. And that's technical. That you can't fight that.
Okay, that's maths.
Yeah.
As they say in Australia.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of this Valentine's episode. of Cryptids Comedians. Learning a little bit about.
Yeah, Tom. If Cupid doesn't exist, then what's pulling us in all these directions?
Cheese. Cheese. That's what's pulling me.
Can't be stupidity. It's got to be Cupid.
It could be stupidity.
It's
more than likely stupidity.
Heart wants what the heart wants, and Cupid's going to tell us.
You're going to be leaving soon on tour, as am I. Actually,
That's
I'm
right.
on tour the day as of, a couple days before this episode drops. But
Every day.
Where are you going to be?
Find me I'm calling it the Atlantic Northeast.
Okay.
All around there. And you can find specific dates and times and locations at petermurphythecomedian.com and my Instagram, Peter_Murphy. Tom, you're going to be all over the place. Where can people, catch up with you?
As of this episode, I'm going to be in Indiana and
great.
Michigan with Brad Williams.
Nice.
And then where am I going? Somewhere else. I'm on tour a lot.
Wherever you go, you're there.
The next few months is going to be very busy.
Yeah.
So find all my tour dates at thomtran.com. I am on the interwebs, all the places at _Thom Tran, THOMTRN. My YouTube page, youtube.com/Thom Tran Online, has a bunch of other stuff, shows, maybe clips of this show. I haven't actually done that yet, but anyway. And this show is at Cryptids and Comedians all over. Follow us on all the places. If you're listening on the podcast, watch us on YouTube. If you're listening on the podcast, leave us a 5-star rating. Tell your friends about us. If you're listening on YouTube, like, follow, share, subscribe, tell people about the show. That's how we get new listeners, and we appreciate that. That'd be helpful.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I dig that.
It'd give us a reason to keep doing this.
Oh, yeah. And just like love, just give yourself a reason. Give yourself a good reason.
We will be on tour, but we will have more episodes dropping every Wednesday. Thanks for listening, and
stay magical.
I refuse to say that.
Oh, come on. It's fun.